So, you have decided to become a web developer, but you don't know where to start. Are you overwhelmed with suggestions to learn a ton of programming languages and all its unnecessary details? Are you not sure what path to follow to become a confident and resourceful developer? If your answer is yes to the above, then don't worry, I've got you covered. A computer degree is not required to enter the tech industry. According to the Stack Overflow 2018 survey, 87% of the respondents taught themselves a new programming language or technology. It doesn't matter if you do not have a computer science degree. It doesn't matter if you have not written a single line of code in your life. I will give you the exact roadmap that you can follow and become a self-taught web developer. If you are passionate about learning something, you can absolutely do it. Technology is changing the world. More and more people are learning programming skills and transforming their career to become the web and mobile app developer. There simply aren't enough developers out there who can fill the job space. When beginners start to learn to program to build something practical or build mobile apps, they get overwhelmed by so many programming languages out there and all the libraries, tools, and frameworks that accompany it. You do not need to know it all. You simply need to know the right and important ones. I'll show you how you can become a web developer without a computer science degree. So let's get started. Learn online. Traditional education is slowly dying. Not everyone has time or money to spend on a 4-year college degree for the knowledge that can be easily accessed online. Currently, the perfect resources to learn something are not books, but online courses. Books can be good add-on supplements. The first step in becoming a self-taught developer is to understand why you want to become a web developer. What are your goals? Doesn't matter if you don't have a computer science degree. You can learn a lot about computer science and software development. There are great courses out there offered by free by Stanford, Harvard, and MIT. While having a computer science degree isn't a prerequisite to becoming a web developer, it's good to know the computer fundamentals. Once you have the basic understanding of how the computer works, pick a technology and start learning. Spend around 90 minutes a day writing code in a peaceful environment where you don't get distracted. Practice a lot as you learn new material. When it comes to programming, you're never going to stop learning because it's a constant process of learning and improving. Once you're familiar with HTML and CSS, you can then move along and choose JavaScript as your first programming language. The reason I recommend JavaScript is because you can accomplish both front-end and back-end tasks with just one programming language. Learn by doing. You can read an endless amount of books and watch countless tutorials, but if you don't take action, you don't know anything. Period. The ideology is that you learn by doing, by copying, by following along. You are not going to feel confident if you do not implement something practically that you learned via an online course. We humans learn best by doing. There's a saying that practice makes a man perfect, right? Copy tutorials, read books, build practical applications, and start teaching. When you start teaching, you have to internalize that topic very clearly so you can articulate it. In that process, you learn it even more. You may know how to drive, but to explain to someone how to drive a car or how to balance a bike, if you're a teacher, you have to learn even more details that you don't even know about it so you can internalize that thing and teach. Programming is all about solving a particular problem, breaking apps into features and features into problems and problems into small chunks. Once you break it down, you can logically build stuff. Since computers are highly logical and emotionless, our code must be super logical to explain to the computer what to do. Join online communities like Stack Overflow and start engaging with the community. If you get stuck or have a question, you can post your problem there and someone in the community will help out with their solution. Engaging with the community will enable you on how to search for programming-related problems. It will only happen when you write code all by yourself and make mistakes. That's how you're going to be confident, because you will know how to tackle these challenges. Overcome your fear. Overcome your fear of not being good enough. You are not going to be a perfect developer. You will never know everything there is to learn or master. Even the most experienced programmers fail and face challenges even after 20 years of experience. Get out and meet web developers. Go to meetings and hackathons. The website I recommend for this is meetup.com. Build something practical that you can be proud of. Build something meaningful. Once you become comfortable enough with the technology, try to come up with a project idea where you get to implement whatever you're learning. For example, you can build a blog website for a client, you can create a photo slider, to-do app, or a fun game, or some fancy web features like a hover over effect or unlimited scrolling. Create an account on GitHub and publish your projects. Share with the community and get their feedback. Once you have enough projects under your belt, you can start applying for jobs and showcase your products. Pros and cons of being a self-taught developer. A lot of developers are self-taught. And the reason for that is that if somebody has the motivation to learn anything with their own will and freedom, and they use their free time and they put in effort without any supervision or answers handed to them, that person, by design, has the motivation and willingness to make it. When you do not have a teacher, you make your own structure. And then you understand how things work better because you're figuring it out. A self-taught developer will spend more time figuring out the answers because he or she does not readily have available answers. And the process through which a self-taught developer goes through to teach and clarify himself or herself on a particular concept, that process makes them even better. So, for example, if you're trying to figure out how to loop through an array, you will research, you will try three things and they will not work, but the fourth thing will. This way, you will have 4 times the experience on what works and what does not. And if you go one step further, you will also know why something doesn't work. That's why at the end of the day, a self-taught developer is much more proficient just by the design of his training. A little bit of guidance can speed up your learning. That is why we created Computer Science Simplified, to teach people computer science and coding in a simplified and comprehensible way. If you want to learn more about computer science, I suggest you go and check out my blog as well as my ebook, which are both linked in the description down below, where you can learn all the technical skills to think and build like a ninja software developer. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you very much for sticking around till the end. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. If you're interested in learning more about computer science and coding, click the link in my description to my blog where you can expand your knowledge on these topics. See you in the next video!